We have a listener named Paul. So if Paul, if you're listening
All
here,
right, Paul, thank you.
he asked, um, what are some red flags to look out for in a financial advisor? How can I tell if somebody really has my best interest in mind?
Yeah, that's a great question, Paul. I wish there was just a telltale sign that you could talk to that person, and if they said these 3 magic words, you know not to work with them, or if they said the 3 magic words, you know that you could work with them. I think for listeners to this show, you wanna make sure that your financial advisor is a believer that shares the same worldview as you do. I think that's a big one. And of course, you can search at kingdomadvisors.com for any type of certified kingdom advisor. They certainly are trained in understanding what it means to manage your wealth from a biblical worldview. That's one thing. But two, one of the things that as people come to work with us and they tell us, that they talk to other people, I usually ask them, it's like, so what did you like about them? And they're kind of taken off guard about that because they obviously didn't choose that person, but I like to know what they liked about them. It's like, and they never can really offer anything positive about that experience. But I will say this, Paula, if you feel like you walk into an advisor's office and they tell you exactly what you need to do without getting to know you, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
You want an advisor that listens and understands your situation, your story, and what your experiences has been with managing wealth. And we see this a lot from clients that feel like that their advisor's not listening.
Hmm.
And if your advisor's not willing to invest the time to get to know you before jumping into how great they are and this is exactly what you need to do, that would be a red flag to me. One other one, we saw this recently. If your current financial advisor is not very forthcoming with information about how you're doing, that should be a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking to a prospective client, and they never have received a statement from their quote financial advisor. And when we encouraged them to go ask for one, he wouldn't give it to them. That's a big red flag, right?
Yeah, that's not even a red flag. That's just a legal issue.
Well, it's a legal issue, but that should be a tsunami warning red flag
Mm-hmm.
that something's not right there, and you want to make sure that you get access to your statements and things. If you get things electronically, sometimes people just miss the email or whatever they're saying that they have a statement available. But at a bare minimum, that advisor should be able to turn around within a few minutes after talking with them or their office and getting you your statement to show your performance and balances and things like that. And the other thing is that you want to make sure that your advisor is not doing a cookie cutter approach to that. And the number one question that you can ask that prospective advisor, Paul, is what are you going to do when the stock market goes south? What are you going to do to
Mm-hmm.
protect my portfolio when things get bad? And if they don't have an answer for that, maybe you need to keep looking. But so those 3 things:
Okay.
a believer, a good listener, very straightforward, responsive, and one that has a plan to protect your portfolio when things get bad.
Okay.